Caribbean Hot 7 TV.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tonight, the SLP ramps up campaigning for the next general election with the launch of another candidate this weekend. And the operations of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force boosted with a significant investment in equipment, manpower and training.
This is the Hot 7 Night News.
Good evening. It is Friday, September 26, 2025. I am Daniela Edwin. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We are on Flow Channel 117, Kiss FM, the Caribbean Hot FM mobile app, the Caribbean Hot 7 TV Facebook page, and on YouTube at Caribbean Hot 7 TV News. Not forgetting those of you using the Hot 7 plug and play antenna, thank you so much for joining us. The St. Lucia Labour Party is set to launch Danny Butcher, its candidate for Vieux-Fort South, this Sunday at the Vieux-Fort Recreation Park. Party officials say his endorsement follows a structured selection process that reflects strong grassroots support as the SLP prepares its slate of candidates ahead of the next general election.
The St. Lucia Labour Party is preparing for the official launch of its candidate for Vieux-Fort South, Danny Butcher, this Sunday, September 28th at the Vieux-Fort Recreation Park from 3 p.m. SLP General Secretary Leo Clark emphasized that while the Vieux-Fort South launch carries significance given the constituency's history, it is part of a wider series of candidate rollouts across the island.
Vieux-Fort South in itself, as one of the major towns, the second largest town, has a certain significance also because Dr. Kenny Anthony has been the parliamentary rep for that constituency for almost 3 decades, and he has decided to stand aside and make way for a new person to carry the baton. That has significance in that the Prime Minister of the country for 3 terms was the parliamentary rep.
Clark praised Butcher as a candidate with deep community roots.
Also, we believe that Vieux-Fort South has a certain level of significance in the overall development of the country, and we believe that Danny Butcher can take over from where Dr. Anthony left, or where he will be leaving, to carry the Vieux-Fort North to the next frontier of development.
On the candidate selection process, Clark explained that this is both structured and collaborative.
The candidate selection process of the Labour Party applies to all constituencies, and it includes collaboration between the central party, or if you want, the selection panel of the party, which is appointed by the executive of the party, works in close collaboration with the constituency group. So at every stage, there are 2 levels. We start with a screening process, which includes members of the constituency group, and the constituency group represents the constituents of the particular constituency. There are people from that executive who sit at the screening process so that they have an opportunity to bring out any information that they have about the candidates that are under consideration. That applies to all. Then it goes to the next stage, which is the candidate selection panel. And the candidate selection panel goes one step further to find whether, in fact, it can clearly separate the candidates to the point where a particular candidate can be considered to be ahead of the rest, and therefore a recommendation can be made about that particular candidate. So all the prospective candidates are interviewed, and then the selection panel discusses the interviews and makes recommendation to the political leader as to who stood out, whether in fact a clear choice can be made. In the case of Beaufort South, a clear choice was made to go along with Danny Butcher.
Leo Clark underscored that Sunday's launch is designed not only to mobilize supporters on the ground, but also to engage a broader national audience through mainstream media and social media platforms. He assured that the SLP machinery is being carefully prepared for the next general election, constitutionally due by 2026. He said the St. Lucia Labour Party remains focused on combining strong public rallies with grassroots events. For the Hot 7 TV News, I am Alvin Alexander.
Meanwhile, the St. Lucia Labour Party is ramping up its outreach efforts. At a town hall meeting this week, MP for Castries South, Dr. Ernest Hilaire, delivered a passionate message of gratitude to supporters, while fiercely criticizing the opposition United Workers' Party, accusing them of running what he calls the most propaganda-filled campaign in St. Lucia's history.
The St. Lucia Labour Party pressed ahead with the public outreach efforts this week, hosting a spirited town hall meeting in Castries South. Dr. Ernest Hilaire, Member of Parliament for the constituency, took center stage as he addressed a packed gathering of constituents. In an impressed speech, Dr. Hilaire expressed heartfelt gratitude for what he describes as an unwavering time and supports his country to receive from the people of Castries South.
Even before I was in politics, the attacks had started. Just rumors that I was going to enter politics. But you know, through all of it, my strength has always come from you. And I want to say thank you for all the love and strength that you've given me. I don't know if Alan Chassie doesn't understand that, but you cannot break me. Not as long as I have the love of the people from Castries. Never.
Hilaire lashed out at the United Workers' Party, condemning what he described as the most propaganda-laden political campaign in St. Lucia's history.
But a man who introduces his politics, whose topics of discussion in politics is about gays and homosexuals, and about bolongs, and about the occult. That is the content of his politics. At a time when we want our politics to be about what are the solutions you can put on the table, he wants to talk about devil and about bolong. Think about it. At a time when he's supposed to be saying to the people of St. Lucia, we are sorry for the mess we created in this country, he wants to talk about bolong and who is doing obia. That is what he is consumed with.
The SLP deputy leader affirmed that the party remains steadfast in its commitment to running a clean and principled campaign, emphasizing the party's unwavering focus on integrity and public service. He said the SLP will continue to explore meaningful ways to place the needs of the people at the forefront of its agenda. For Hot 7 TV News, Josiah Bissett reporting.
In a show of unprecedented support, the Royal St. Lucia Police Force is receiving a major boost from the government. Commissioner of Police Vanguard says the influx of new resources, personnel, and training support is the most significant investment in the force that he has seen in his career. God said the additional resources will strengthen the force's ability to serve and protect.
Commissioner of Police Vanguard revealed that the Royal St. Lucia Police Force is experiencing a level of government support unlike any in recent history. According to God, the force has received a tremendous boost in assets and supplies, marking what he describes as the most significant show of assistance since the start of his career in law enforcement. The commissioner praised the government's efforts, noting that this unprecedented backing is strengthening the Royal St. Lucia Police Force's capacity to serve and protect.
During my tenure as a police officer, I have not seen the influx of resources, administrative support that I've ever seen in this current period, ever in the history of the organization. I think we have been in a situation where when we realize that we are down with certain resources and we confront the employer provides the necessary resources available to us.
God revealed that over the past year, a significant number of new inspectors have been appointed to boost the daily operations of the force, enhancing both efficiency and oversight across key areas of operation.
Almost 52 new supervisors. That was one of the most significant supervisory shifts that we have seen in the history of the organization. We're talking about giving us several more inspectors to add on the inspectors that we have in the organization, several more sergeants, several more corporals. That culminated in the organization having that respective vacancies that we have subsequently filled.
The commissioner confirmed that critical assistance has also been provided to police recruits currently undergoing training at the Police Training School. This move underscores the force's commitment to strengthening its ranks with well-equipped and well-supported officers from the start of their careers.
We've done 2 courses at the Police Training School for regular police officers. Currently, we have 80 regular officers being trained and also 15 port police officers. Simultaneously, we have 20 officers from the Bodley Correctional Facility being trained, and I think CCC started with 25 constabulary officers being trained at the Bodley Correctional Institution.
Commissioner Gard described the level of support received from the government as extraordinary, emphasizing its vital impact on the force. He affirmed that the Royal St. Lucia Police Force remains deeply grateful for the assistance extended by the government of St. Lucia. For Hot 7 TV News, Josiah Bissett reporting.
Police have confirmed the drowning of 20-year-old Kishon Felicia of St. John Street, Grosley, whose body was discovered early Thursday morning along the $5 beach in Casaba. According to investigators, the incident occurred after a fishing vessel overturned while Felicia and others were drawing nets offshore.
On Thursday, the 25th day of September 2025, about 5 o'clock a.m., the Grosley Police Station received information of a drowning near the $5 beach, Casaba, Grosley. A team of investigators responded to the scene to discover the motionless body of a male laying along the $5 beach. The body was identified as that of Kishon Felicien, a 20-year-old male of St. John Street, Grosley. One witness was interviewed by the police, who expressed that him and the deceased were part of a trio who set off about 8 o'clock p.m. on Wednesday, 24th September 2025, on a fishing canoe to draw fishing nets off the shore. They were in the process of drawing the fishing net when a wave struck the boat, which caused it to overturn. Kishon Felicien encountered difficulty whilst in the water. The informant shared that they were able to swim back to shore with Kishon Felicien's body. The body was later pronounced dead at the scene by a medical practitioner. A post-mortem will be conducted on the body to determine the cause of death. Investigation into the matter is ongoing. The Royal St. Lucia Police Force extends condolences to the friends and family of Kishon Felicien.
Coming up next, a call to balance growth with sustainability in the vital tourism industry. And St. Lucy's Home gets much needed assistance thanks to the Beaufort Foundation. The details to these stories and much more when we come back.
Do you feel like you're drowning in debt? Have your sources of income been severely impacted and you have nowhere to turn? The St. Lucia Teachers Credit Cooperative Limited is here to save. With our rescue plan, we can consolidate your debt obligations into one easy-to-manage loan with affordable payment terms tailored to keep you afloat. Contact us today at 453-2538 in Castries or 454-7802 in Viewfort for further details. The St. Lucia Teachers Credit Cooperative Limited, an educated choice.
Take a chance. Get your tickets. Place your bets. You can be the next Super 6 jackpot winner of $220,000. Get your tickets today.
The Ministry of Agriculture presents World Food Day under the distinguished patronage of the Honorable Alfred Prosper. Figlases Sanutut Sonutut Saut, Lakai IRDC grounds, Denry, on the 12th of October from 11 a.m. onwards. The Banana and Plantain Festival. Sa Pakai Normal. Eat what you grow up is food in Port Bill Nutoho. Everything produced from bananas and plantain by agro-processors and students. St. Lucie, that's the way to go. Lots of booths with delicious dishes. Lisha Duet, Parmache Saladi Entertainment Gala, Impulse Man, Umpa, Servants, Ezra, Invader, Mofire, Wuletete, and lots more. Like I sit near Kids Zone. So children, you're not on your own. Eat fresh, St. Lucia's best.
We have been lumber and hardware retailers for nearly 20 years. And what we have always acknowledged is that our success is based on, of course, our customers and also those that we partner with. Bryce & Company, I think, has always been looking at ways of improving in the quality of the products and also efficiencies when it comes to installation. We carry a lot of their products as a dealer. And also in our development, we've had the seamless gutter at Emerald Vista. So we decided to choose them for our next project, which is Palmy's Cove in Savants Bay. Recently launched in 2014, where we use the standing seam metal roofing as well as the seamless gutter. We look forward to continued partnership with Bryce & Company, and we also enjoy a very good relationship with them.
Now you can take Hot FM, Kiss FM, and Hot 7 TV with you wherever you go. Whether you're in St. Lucia or exploring our four corners of the globe, our record-breaking app has already been downloaded over 500,000 times on Google Play and the Apple App Store. To bring you the best in HD sound, we've relaunched a brand new app. Get it for free in the App Store by simply searching Caribbean Hot FM HD. Listen to us in real time, anywhere, any place, anytime. We've added so many cool new features, like our live in-studio option, where you can see your favorite announcers and DJs at work. So download the app today. It's free. Spread the news. St. Lucia is now in HD around the world on the Hot FM app. Don't miss out. Join the fun and stay connected.
If there was an actual emergency, news and information would follow this alarm.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News.
Thanks for staying with us. On Friday, September 26, 2025, St. Lucia joined the rest of the world in marking World Tourism Day under the theme Tourism and Sustainable Transformation. Tourism Minister Dr. Ernest Hilaire says the observance highlights the need to balance growth with sustainability while ensuring the industry benefits every St. Lucian.
Tourism Minister Dr. the Honorable Ernest Hilaire has described World Tourism Day as both timely and essential.
As we join the global community in commemorating World Tourism Day under the theme Tourism and Sustainable Transformation, this theme is not only timely, it is essential. It resonates with our government's vision for tourism, our aspirations for our people, and our responsibility to future generations. Tourism is not just the main pillar of our economy. It is the heartbeat of opportunity, innovation, and cultural exchange.
Minister Hilaire highlighted ongoing initiatives and praised the private sector, noting that several hotels and service providers have achieved Green Globe certification, proving that luxury and sustainability can coexist.
On a national level, improving sustainability and quality standards remains a cornerstone of our development agenda. Through the Tourism Development Act No. 1 of 2024, and in collaboration with key agencies, we are working with the private sector in implementing a certification program to ensure excellence in environmental responsibility and safety across all the subsectors. This initiative empowers small and medium enterprises to compete globally while contributing meaningfully to St. Lucia's growth and prosperity.
Dr. Hilaire has urged St. Lucians, industry partners, and visitors alike to view sustainable tourism as both an urgent necessity and a shared opportunity. As the island reflects on its achievements and challenges, officials stress that sustainability is no longer optional but essential to tourism's future, with collaboration across government, industry, and communities. St. Lucia aims to position itself as a model for responsible tourism in the Caribbean region. For the Hot 7 TV News, I am Alvin Alexander.
The Botham Jean Foundation hosted its third annual Wellness Expo at St. Lucy's Home. A team of medical professionals from the United States and St. Lucia joined forces to provide much-needed support. The foundation donated essential supplies to the home, resulting in immediate benefits for residents.
The Botham Jean Foundation organized a dedicated team of medical practitioners from the United States to participate in the third annual Wellness Expo at St. Lucy's Home on September 26. The foundation also made a donation of medical and sanitary supplies and other materials to the home for its day-to-day operation.
The Botham Jean Foundation has for the last 6 years conducted health fairs on the island of St. Lucia. We do so through collaboration with a team of medical practitioners from the United States as well as from the Ministry of Health in St. Lucia. This year would be our third year that we're coming to the St. Lucy's Home, and the team has dedicated its time to examine all of the residents at the St. Lucy's home. We're also going to be making a presentation to the home because we recognize the humanitarian efforts of St. Lucy's home, and we want to render support to the team.
Dr. Linda Lobsonby spoke of the collaboration with Bothamshire Foundation, outlining the support her team is providing. She emphasized the scope of assistance, highlighting a commitment to impactful initiatives aimed at making a tangible difference in the community.
After Botham's passing, we knew that he had a passion for especially the elderly. So we identified St. Lucy's home as a facility that needed service, needed our help in, we do examinations on the patients. We also have a collaboration with the physicians, nurses, nurse practitioners here. I also brought with my team, as Allison said. They willingly have come for the past 5 or 6 years, and we noticed that it has made a difference. This year we particularly bought some items. It was needed, for instance, adult diapers. We brought care packages. We thought that there was a need for those individuals based on the last time that we were here.
Robert Favrier, administrator of St. Lucy's home, expressed his heartfelt gratitude to the Bothamshire Foundation for its generous donation. He noted that all the accessories provided would be put to immediate use for the benefit of the home and of its residents.
I want to publicly thank Botham. Though he's not with us physically, but his spirit lives on. And unfortunately, because of that tragic incident, we are here today in a joyous moment, in a loving moment, in a giving back moment. And all of this here is voluntary service. Some of the medical people have traveled from the U.S. We did not pay their ticket, I can assure you. St. Lucy's Home is a charitable organization. We've been in existence for 42 years. And it's because of efforts like the persons, Botham's mom and dad and the other members of the foundation, that our doors at St. Lucy's Home can remain open because of their goodness, because of their willingness to give back to society and to community. So we are very thankful. A lot of the gifts, I call them gifts, they're really needed because we have a lot of elderly people here who don't have as much mobility as we do. And so we need to care for them in a particular way.
The Bothamshire Foundation continues to make a meaningful impact across St. Lucia, extending support to people from all walks of life. For Hot 7 TV News, Josiah Bisset reporting.
You're watching the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We'll be right back.
If I would have known that you wouldn't be here anymore, I would have made the moments last a little longer. 'Cause now I'm alone, and you're just a memory in my mind. I would have given anything to say goodbye. My big bro, the general, Jay. 21 gun salute, I'll see you soon on the other side. If I would have known, if I would have known, I'd have broke parole and come home sooner. If I would have known.
Pass me the man dance all our soca, rock and roll, a crossover. Long time I tell them I'm the real controller.
Everywhere, one Jim Jam you.
I come out here to get miserable. Boy, 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 I come out here to get miserable. I feel it to just become something and put it.
Looking for the best way to advertise? Stop searching. Hot 7 TV gives you more reach, more impact, and more value. Get your business in front of the right audience and watch your sales soar. Don't miss out. Call 452-6040 today and take advantage of our exclusive advertising packages. Hot 7 TV, smart advertising for smart businesses. The second half of Season 2 is here, and Pereira and Company is back to reignite your passion for sports. Join Reds Pereira and his all-star lineup of guests as they dive into the heart of athletic excellence, sharing untold stories, powerful journeys, and the raw drive behind every triumph. From trending sports news to unforgettable moments that put you right in the action, each episode delivers insight, energy, and emotion that redefine what sports television can be. Catch it every other Thursday on Hot 7 TV after the evening news, simulcast on Kiss FM with a Sunday rebroadcast following the church service and telebituaries, while streaming live on the Hot 7 TV Facebook page and our new YouTube channel. Don't just watch the game, feel the fire, live the thrill, and celebrate the spirit of sport with Pereira and Company.
Pereira and Company is brought to you with the kind compliments of Laboratory Services and Consultations Limited and supported by Bellevue Hotel and Sports and Awards.
The third segment of the Hot 7 Nightly News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Caribbean Awning. Let us cover your world.
This is...
Welcome back. The stage is set for a thrilling showdown in youth football this weekend as Mabia Valley and Vieux-Fort South clash for the championship title in the St. Lucia Football Association's Under-12 district competition. The finals followed two action-packed semi-finals that showcased the island's brightest young talent and the strength of St. Lucia's football development program.
St. Lucia's young football talent is taking center stage as the St. Lucia Football Association's Under-12 district competition heads into its final stage. Last weekend, two thrilling semi-final matches unfolded at the Technical Center in Grand Riviere, Dennery, setting the stage for a highly anticipated championship showdown.
In the first semi-final, Vieux-Fort South edged out the Crozlet football team 1-0 to book their way into the final spot. The second semi-final mirrored the first in terms of the intensity and quality of the football. However, the deadlock was broken first in the 49th minute by Kevin Louisy to give Mabia Valley a 1-0 advantage. He ended up with a brace in the 52nd minute to give his team a 2-0 cushion at the end of the final whistle, thus propelling his team, Mabia Valley, into the final, which would be played on the 27th of September at the same venue.
This sets up Saturday's final on September 27th, with Central Castries and Roseau Valley meeting first in the third place playoff, before Mabia Valley and Vieux-Fort South face off for the championship title. Officials of the St. Lucia Football Association say the quality of football displayed reflects the strength of the youth development program on the island, with the competition continuing to nurture the next generation of national players.
A very exciting day, Saturday, very exciting football, and it just is a replica of what has transpired through all the preliminary round of the competition, where one has been treated to some very interesting and intriguing football by the youngsters, and this augurs well for the upward development of football in St. Lucia, as the St. Lucia Football Association Inc. is aiming to make football more than the #1 sport on the island, but to take it to higher heights.
With Mabia Valley and Vieux-Fort South set to clash in the finals and Roseau Valley and Central Castries battling for third place, fans can expect a thrilling finish to a competition that continues to showcase the island's youngest and brightest football stars. For the Hot 7 TV News, I am Alvin Alexander.
Republic Bank EC Limited has reaffirmed its commitment to supporting one of St. Lucia's premier sporting and tourism events as the platinum sponsor for the 2025 St. Lucia Billfish Tournament. The highly anticipated tournament was officially launched earlier this month at the IGY Rodney Bay Marina, bringing together organizers, sponsors, and stakeholders to mark the beginning of another exciting season. The 2025 edition of the St. Lucia Billfish Tournament, now in its third year, will attract more than 130 anglers from across the region and beyond. This year's event, scheduled for September 30th to October 2nd, promises to showcase St. Lucia's world-class marine environment and highlight the island's vibrant hospitality and tourism product. Speaking at the launch, Gisela Claxton, Senior Country Lead for Republic Bank in St. Lucia, underscored the bank's pride in supporting an event that blends community, culture, and economic opportunity. As a platinum sponsor, Republic Bank's contribution will help ensure the tournament maintains its world-class standards, delivering a memorable experience for participants and visitors alike. The 2025 St. Lucia Billfish Tournament will attract both returning participants and first-time entrants, further augmenting the island's reputation as a leading destination for marine sports. Beyond the thrill of the competition, the event builds international connections and enhances St. Lucia's visibility on the global stage. Stay with us, the weather report is up next.
The third segment of the Hot 7 Nightly News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Caribbean Awning. Let us cover your world.
At Caribbean Awning, we can protect your livelihood and assets against storms, hurricanes, and intruders with our shutters and roll-up steel doors. We firmly believe that everyone should have access to smarter, higher quality, and affordable security solutions. Caribbean Awning hurricane screens and shutters are Miami-Dade County approved to withstand storms, hurricane pressure, and winds. Our customizable estate gates, fencing, and burglar bars are an attractive and affordable security solution to safeguarding your loved ones and property. Living near sea blast, Caribbean Awning aluminum product line, railing, fencing, and gates are all manufactured from extruded aluminum, providing you with durable, rust-free protection. Our face recognition security system is a cutting-edge technological solution to improve your compound surveillance measures and gives you a peace of mind. Diamond Award-winning Caribbean Awning. Let us cover your world.
And now for the weather report.
Present weather at Urinar Airport is partly cloudy. Present weather at George F. Charles Airport is partly cloudy. Present temperature at Urinar Airport is 41 degrees Celsius or 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Wind at Urinar Airport is blowing from the east-southeast at 15 miles per hour or 24 kilometers per hour. Rainfall in the 24-hour period that ended at 8 a.m. today. At Urinar Airport, nil. At George F. Charles Airport, trace. Sunset today, 5:56 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow, 5:53 a.m. Forecast for St. Lucia Valley for the next 24 hours. Winds will be blowing from between the southeast and east-southeast near 12 miles per hour or 19 kilometers per hour, becoming calm at times. Weather, fair and warm, becoming cloudy at times with a few showers, which can be heavy in some locations, and a chance of isolated thunderstorms. Residents and motorists in areas prone to flooding and landslides are advised to be vigilant and exercise caution. Marine forecast for season a 25-mile or 40 kilometers radius from St. Lucia. Tides for Castries Harbour, high at 5:43 p.m., low at 12:50 a.m. Tides for Beaufort Bay, low at 12:44 p.m., high at 6:50 p.m. Seas moderate with waves 3 to 5 feet or 0.9 to 1.5 meters. Tropical weather outlook. Unstable conditions together with light winds and high daytime temperatures will cause occasional cloudiness with a few showers and possibly isolated thunderstorms over the Lesser Antilles during the forecast period. An area of low pressure is expected to develop from a tropical wave located in the vicinity of the Greater Antilles. This system is likely to become a tropical depression as it moves near or over the Bahamas within the next couple of days. Humberto becomes a hurricane. At 11 a.m. today, the eye of Hurricane Humberto was located near latitude 22.3 degrees north, longitude 57.7 degrees west, or about 658 miles or 1,026 kilometers north-northeast of St. Lucia. Humberto is moving toward northwest near 5 miles per hour or 7 kilometers per hour. Maximum sustained winds have increased to near 90 miles per hour or 150 kilometers with higher gusts. Significant strengthening is forecast, and Humberto is expected to become a major hurricane this weekend. On the forecast track, Humberto is not expected to affect the Lesser Antilles. Two tropical waves located over the western and far eastern tropical Atlantic are moving westward near 10 miles per hour or 17 kilometers per hour.
And with that, we come to the end of the Hot 7 TV Nightly News for today, Friday, 26th September 2025. Don't forget to join us for the weekend news edition, Double Take, on Saturday and Sunday at 7 p.m. On behalf of the entire news team, I am Daniela Edwin. Thank you for tuning in and have a good night.
The countdown is on. The 52nd Central American and Caribbean IFBB Semi-Pro Bodybuilding and Fitness Championship is coming to Rodney Bay. Mark your calendars, September 26th and 27th, 2025 at the Pavilion on the Ramp. Witness the region's strongest athletes battle it out on stage. Friday, September 26th from 1 p.m. And on Saturday, September 27th, the Fitness Challenge at 10 a.m. And the Grand Final Saturday from 6 p.m. Participating countries include Barbados, Guyana, Trinidad, Venezuela, El Salvador, and St. Lucia. Tickets are only $80 or buy two for just $145. Don't miss this electrifying showdown of strength, muscle, and fitness excellence. Get your tickets today at Computer World, The Cell, Steve's Barbershop, Bell's Gym, Super Fitness Center, and Gyms Island-wide.
Welcome to our special sports feature with the St. Lucia Amateur Bodybuilding and Body Fitness Association. Today we're speaking with Mr. Edmund Sidoni, former president of the association. Shakira Duglin, team coach, St. Lucia Amateur Bodybuilding Body Fitness Association. Shani Victorin, 2024 and 2025 National Champion Fit Model category. Shakim Daniel, overall National Bodybuilding Champion 2024 and 2025. All right, welcome. We're speaking with Mr. Edmund Sidoni, who is the former president of the association, and I want to welcome you. And I know you have the big event on, so I want you to give me all the details about what's upcoming.
Well, it's finally here.
Yeah.
This is a huge CAC bodybuilding championships. You're talking about countries from as far as Mexico, right through the Caribbean, Eastern-speaking Caribbean, and they have some real giants coming to this event, bodybuilding giants. So it is going to be a huge event. First time for the English-speaking, well, the Eastern Caribbean, the OECS countries that we're hosting these championships. We've been rooting for this for some time now. The executive, kudos to them, they're able to negotiate and have the central executive to, we won the bid to do this event. And so it's going to be a huge event. The athletes are all prepared for this. It's happening between Friday and Saturday, actually. In terms of the actual show itself, the preliminaries and the semifinals takes place on the Friday. From about 1 p.m. because you have more than 250 athletes, so the actual weeding out to the final stage will happen on that day, the Friday itself. The grand finale, which selects 6 athletes out of each category, happens on the Saturday evening. It starts from about 6 p.m. And that's really the show. And before that, about 10 a.m., there's a very important component, the fitness challenge section of this show. It's on Saturday at 10 a.m. in the morning. It's free to the general public. And you have children who participate in it also. Mm-hmm. So this is a huge event, the fitness challenge. It's gotten very popular over the years with the CAC Championship. It's a matter of diversifying the sport in itself. Before it was a hardcore bodybuilding, but because they wanted to be a totally all-encompassing sport, engaging sport, they've decentralized it, diversified it to make it a lot more, not too hardcore, if you will. Right. It still retains its originality as bodybuilding, as hardcore, but you have the less engaging areas. In other words, you all-encompassing, all persons. There's the bikini division, there's the fit model, there's classic bodybuilding. That makes it a lot easier for anybody to integrate into it, so it engages everybody into the sport.
So is this, would you say, why we've got at least 25? Is it 25 athletes participating this time around from St. Lucia?
We're out of a field of 25 who participated in the national championships. We'll do a final selection in that, because you need to know that your athletes are quality athletes on stage. And the technical team now reevaluating the actual numbers and crunching it to see. So we have proper representation at the event. So we're hoping that we'll fill in athletes in most of the categories and give a good account of ourselves.
And you've got at least from 25 countries, 200 and something. Well
over 200, although we've had 1 or 2 countries who have not turned up.
How do you all boil this down into a 2-day event?
Well, I mean, it's an annual event. It happens in all the countries. So in terms of the logistics of putting it together, when the officials get here, we hand over the show to the CAC and IFBB officials on Thursday from tomorrow when they can weigh in. And so it's something that there's a blueprint of the modus operandi of this. So they take over from there. We put all the logistics free. They come into the event, we hand over to them and just have a liaison officer. So they're very organized and structured in the way this happens. So it's just a flow.
It's happening at the pavilion in Rodney Bay?
At the pavilion in Rodney Bay.
And price?
Well, it's $80 there. For couples, $145. So you save probably about $10 on that, $140, $145. So that's the fee for it.
Thank you very much. Thank you
price.
for all that information. Thank you very much.
Indeed. We're looking forward to the crowd coming to this event.
All right. Okay, right now we're speaking with Shakira Duglin, who is the team coach, the St. Lucia Amateur Bodybuilding Fitness Association. Welcome.
Thank you for welcoming me here to St. Lucia and in your studio. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, so I want you to tell me about your role as the team coach this year.
My role here is to improve the athletes' preparations for the regional championship, the 52nd CAC championships held in St. Lucia, not only for their own potential, but also for them to represent St. Lucia to their best ability. I can tell you that from my perspective, you have a lot of talent here in St. Lucia. Once they have the information and the guidance, they can do really well. So that's my role here.
Now, having been in this yourself in Barbados, tell us about a bit of your achievements throughout the years.
Oh, wow. So in total, I've done about 50 competitions, and I can highlight about 5. I've done the Olympia Amateur, placed in top 3. I've placed top 3 in the Arnold Classic Brazil and Europe. I've done a number of regional contests. Maybe about 7 years ago, there were plenty regional contests at one point in time. And I am the 5-time Barbados National Bikini Fitness Champion. So I have a lot of experience. And then in addition to that, I have played a role of being a team coach, even within my years as an active competitor, and I've supported the federation as an active competitor. So naturally, it just came along with what I love to do, which is bodybuilding.
Naturally, right?
Yes.
All right, so with that experience under your belt, what are you expecting to show our bodybuilders here, and what do you expect the judges to look out for?
Okay, well, the CAC Championship is a keystone event within the region. It's an event that allows a lot of the competitors to become professional athletes. Those who are vying for that pro card will be able to move on to other international contests. So essentially, my role here is to prepare them as best as possible in their specific categories. Like, for example, with the bodybuilding categories, you have to have certain muscle quality. You have to be able to execute your pose as well. You also have to have that St. Lucian charisma that we want to bring out on stage so that you are more unique than those coming from other destinations. In addition to that, what my role here is to promote that bodybuilding is a possible avenue for St. Lucian athletes to, go out there and do their best and represent and become those potential influencers and ambassadors for health and wellness coming through from St. Lucia. One of the things that makes me really passionate about bodybuilding, especially in the Caribbean, is we have the talent, right? So as I'm working with the athletes now, I've been here for about, let's say, a week and a half. So we started our posing sessions, our nutrition virtually, some of the sessions we had in person, and the athletes have made a significant improvement between that period of me arriving and today. We checked in today, we made some adjustments to athletes today. In terms of what the judges are looking for other categories like men's physique, you wanna have that beach body look with muscle. With balance, you want to have the width and the charisma, like I said. And for bikini fitness, it's a similar appearance of having that streamlined look, no body parts looking overly developed than others. So it's a broad ask for what I'm here to do, but it's something that I'm capable of doing. I've done it many times. I have an eye for it. And like I said before, I just naturally position myself to assist competitors, just naturally. Some of them I worked with even before becoming a team coach for Barbados. We had a number of your athletes even in Guyana, and I was so impressed by their performance. Having the CAC championships held in your country is a huge deal. Even for tourism, even for your economic status, even to attracting certain conversations. By having this contest here, you're stepping up to the plate to display that St. Lucia is the place to be. So my role here is not just to improve the athletes, but to see how best we can promote the bodybuilding to the wider public as well, and get everyone out, get everyone to supporting the athletes from St. Lucia. We have Shani Mesmin, Shervon Lubrin, you have Lamont. We have so many competitors, some of them coming out for the first time. It does a lot for the development of their journey, first of all, but it does a lot to develop sport in your country. So it's a lot to come from this.
And before I let you go, you mentioned, a lot of people, catching an interest in bodybuilding and fitness and all of that. How would you encourage, the youngsters looking in today to, sort of be a part of this in the future, considering there are so many wonderful options for them and the country as a whole?
I'm glad that you asked that question. So there are many more categories that are available. You have the Fit Challenge, you have children's fitness, you have junior bodybuilding. Once the athletes or the potential athletes make themselves known, the class will be made available. Once you're involved in bodybuilding, there are people who are going to assist you. They're going to make sure that you have what you need as a competitor. The entrance to bodybuilding, the amount of things that you need is a little less. Some sports you need shoes, you need a racket, you need particular specific items. In bodybuilding, you don't necessarily need any of that. You just need to go to the gym or exercise outside in an area. I've seen some parks around St. Lucia. One recently developed. You can use that park, right, to begin to start your journey. You have a couple of gyms on the island. You have athletes representing Beyond Limits and some other spaces. They can partner with some of the competitors who want to come on board for next year. And I'm sure that you can have a bigger contingent for other contests along the year from after this contest into next year. So in terms of getting people involved, just make yourself known. The St. Lucia Federation will for sure welcome you.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Shakira. I hope you do get that opportunity.
Yes.
Shakira Dublin, she is the team coach for the St. Lucia Amateur Bodybuilding and Body Fitness Association.
Thank you, everybody.
and welcome back. We're speaking now with Shani Victorin, who's a 2024 and 2025 national champion fit model category.
Big up.
And also Shakim Daniel, who is the overall bodybuilding champion 2024 and 2025.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you. Hi.
Thanks, Mark.
Well, it sounds like you guys have a lot that you want to talk about already.
Not really, just there.
Just there. All right, so I want you to first off tell me about what you've won before, your participation, and what you're looking forward to this year.
Ladies first.
Okay.
Okay.
This year is actually my third year competing in the national bodybuilding competition. Second year doing CAC, which is the regional competition. Last year and this year, I was the only female competitor. So I'd like to officially make a plea and a cry for others to get involved. I competed in both the bikini and the fit model category. Last year was my first year doing fit model. I had done bikini before, so I had an idea of what the expectations were. I'm looking forward to the fit model. I think that's a category that I personally prefer. I enjoy doing bikini as well, but fit model seems to be where my comfort is. I like the posing outfits, to be honest, because it's the same posing that you do for both bikini and fit model. It makes you feel like a girly girl, really and truly. So you have a bodysuit for one, and then you have a gown, a full-length gown for the other, for fit models. So I appreciate the contrast of the two.
Now, you mentioned you were the only female, and you'd like to see others participate.
Yes.
Here's your chance. Tell them why they should participate. Because obviously you like it and you think they should. So there must be a reason why.
I think it's a lovely challenge for you personally. So I decided to compete again. I competed about 9 years ago, and I was like, okay, man, I finished with that, leave that alone, that's not for me. But I decided to get back into bodybuilding because I needed a personal challenge for myself. I felt that I was getting wrapped up in instant gratification, just wanting things now. And the beauty of bodybuilding is that it takes time to build the body. It's not just physical, but you're developing, strengthening, growing your mental capacity, your discipline, and a lot of soft skills that you need, I think, in general, just in life. Bodybuilding is a great way for you to develop, inculcate, and incorporate those into your lifestyle. Apart from being, as you get older, just managing your body, managing your overall health, your general health. I think there's a perception or misconception that women who get into bodybuilding are hard and tough and manly or big man, you know? And I think there is the opportunity, and I believe that I'm doing that to let other persons, not just women, but other persons know that there is a softness to it. There is grace within it. There is beauty within it. And it's not, oh, you're going to look like a man. I don't look like that.
There are levels to it.
Right. So there are categories that allow for that, where you don't need the full rough and toughness, but you still have the grace and the softness of and the femininity that most persons look for.
I like what you said about, that mindset and that discipline. I felt like you were talking directly to me. Tell me about, what about you, your experience going through this?
Bodybuilding is fun. I've always kind of enjoyed it. The legends like Arnold, the legends like Frank Zinn, these guys, these legendary figures.
Very old Rick Wayne.
I mean, Rick Wayne, yeah, man, if my grandfather used to bodybuild back in the day, he used to be a training partner of Rick Wayne and Arnold that I found out recently. So technically it's a family business.
Yes.
But guys would always tell me, bro, you have a crazy physique. Why aren't you competing? I'm like, we should have bodybuilding shows? I didn't even know that. To the point where when I went to my first bodybuilding show as a spectator in 2023, I actually was just sitting in the crowd, and a guy I knew from Instagram came to me. I thought you would be on the show, on the stage. I'm like, bro, I was going to, but I was sick. And he was like, bro, you could have won that, right? I'm like, okay, well, next year I'll do it. Did it, won.
Wow.
then I got introduced to the fact that there's a regional show. I'm like, I didn't know there was a regional show, but I mean, let's go. The regional show got second, got third into different categories. So, I mean, I'm happy with that, but not really happy with that. I want to win. Right. That's just me as a person, right? So then everyone's like, okay, let's see what you can do this year. And me being a competitive person, I'm not going to bring the same level that I brought the previous year. So I brought a better package. I enjoy the sport because it brings me mental disciplinary lessons, because it's all about just being consistent and being adherent to the goal. If you're someone who you feel like you cannot stick to something, it teaches you that you need to stick to it in order to accomplish what you need to. Because if anything with fitness, adherence is the number one criteria. I always tell everybody that you need to check if you want to get anywhere. And that's anything in life. So I think bodybuilding is very much analogous to life. It can teach you a lot. That's why I like it, really. And I just like showing off my physique because I worked very hard for it for 8 years.
Right.
Yeah.
And quick answer. When folks told you should participate, how difficult or easy was it to get into it?
It's easy initially when you don't really know what it entails, but then it quickly becomes much more complex. Like I was telling Shani a few minutes ago, actually, it's simple, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
The X's and O's, they're very simple on paper. But when you're getting into it itself, it becomes very complex to the point where it's not only a physical matter, it's a mental matter.
So it's easy to get in, but the challenge after.
Essentially, yes.
Sort of. Yeah. Yes. Shani, so what are you looking forward to come Friday and Saturday?
I'm looking forward to having home court advantage, to be honest. To have the Lucian crowd there, to hear the cheers, and to be on stage and just showcase what I've been working towards. I feel a lot more confident this year, a lot more comfortable with my routines, with how I'm presenting myself. So I'm looking forward to that. And also I'm actually looking forward to some of the other local competitors who it's their first year competing. Some of the guys who did like the fitness challenge last year, they're competing now this year in men's physique. So I'm looking forward to seeing them on stage and seeing them make that step. And that's some support and camaraderie that we have. I'm looking forward to that. That's what.
Shagim?
I'm looking to win. I'm just gonna say it. I'm looking to win. Don't take it as ego. Well, there's ego, but I'm just a confident person in myself. I put in a lot of work. I even got a coach. Shout out Declan. Big up Declan, Australian coach who I hired as my coach to get me better. I want to win, and I want to show St. Lucians that bodybuilding is fun. Last year when I competed nationally, my friends were all around me, but going to Guyana, there's no home court, there's no body shotting behind you. Right. But now the Lucian's in the building. Yeah. So let's see if you can handle the Lucian pressure. It's not going to be easy. Yeah. Big up flush.
Well, let me take the opportunity to wish you guys all the best on the weekend, and we're looking forward to seeing you.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks. This has been our special sports feature. Don't forget to check out the CAC Fit Bodybuilding and Fitness Championships, Friday 26 and Saturday 27 September 2025 at the Pavilion in Rodney Bay. Go out and support.
St. Lucia, the countdown is on. The 52nd Central American and Caribbean IFBB Semi-Pro Bodybuilding and Fitness Championship is coming to Rodney Bay. Mark your calendars, September 26th and 27th, 2025 at the Pavilion on the Ramp. Witness the region's strongest athletes battle it out on stage. Friday, September 26th from 1 p.m. And on Saturday, September 27th, the Fitness Challenge at 10 a.m. And the Grand Final Saturday from 6 p.m. Participating countries include Barbados, Guyana, Trinidad, Venezuela, El Salvador, and St. Lucia. Tickets are only $80 or buy two for just $145. Don't miss It's this electrifying showdown of strength, muscle, and fitness excellence. Get your tickets today at Computer World, The Cell, Steve's Barbershop, Bell's Gym, Super Fitness Center, and Gyms Island-wide.
Here's your guide to installing Hot 7's digital antenna.
Please note that all TV sets manufactured today have a digital tuner. TV sets manufactured before the year 2005 may not have a built-in digital tuner, and you may not be able to receive our free-to-air digital transmission on Channel 7. To receive our free DTV service, number 1.